TJR made his money from trading. Bald guy from Romania made his money from models. And Brad Scales made his money from freelance marketing, or at least that's what they want you to think. All they did was use a 3-step framework, which is identifying your monetizable skill, building an intentional personal brand, and monetizing with a digital asset. Step 1 of this, all you need to do is identify your monetizable skill. Everybody with a 9 to 5 or college degree has skill, or even just college experience in general. You do not need to be an expert at what you're doing, just a few steps ahead from the average person. People will pay to skip learning curves and guarantee results. There's many ways to figure out what your skill is. What skills do you use at work? What have you achieved in the past 5 years? What comes easy to you but is hard to others? What do people ask you for advice on? What would you tell your past self? What problems have you solved for yourself? What topics do you talk about endlessly? The list goes on and on. This is a good place to start if you want to identify what your skill could potentially be. The possibilities are almost endless. There's many things that you can do that will be able to generate you high ticket sales and a high volume of it at that. But not all skills are high ticket, so there's some things you have to watch out for. For example, if it doesn't have a high return on investment, then it's probably not going to be something that you want to sell for very high ticket, such as skateboarding or banjo playing. High return on investment skills are basically skills that once you invest your money in, you'll be able to take that and utilize it to bring in a lot more income. For example, sales. Now that is something that'll be able to bring in potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars if you actually master this skill. So that is obviously going to be a high ticket thing that you would sell to someone. Essentially think if it's fun or low income, then it's going to be a lower ticket offer. Now let's move on to step 2, which is building an intentional personal brand. Now your goal is to get rich, not famous. Quality is over quantity of followers. Now, if you have 100 followers and they're very, very high quality, you are going to make more than someone who has 10,000 9-year-olds that are just watching their videos. And to build your intentional personal brand, you need an entire ecosystem, an entire web, or what you would like to call a funnel, something that's going to reach people and then bring them in to eventually your sale and your offer. Now there's 3 types of content, and this is what we like to call the GAP framework, okay? That's growth content, which is going to be following trends, authority content, which is going to be sharing tips, frameworks, and client results, personal content, which is just going to be who you are, because you need to build these 3 things that are very, very, very important that I will get into very, very, very shortly. And that is the KLT factor. Very, very, very important. People must first know you and be aware that you exist, because how is anyone going to buy your product if you're not out there and people can't even know who you are? You're not already famous. You're not Bill Gates. You're not Mr. Beast. People aren't going to know exactly who you are. They have to like you. No one's going to buy anything if they do not like the person that's selling it. You have to be a likable person. You have to relate to people, and that's where that GAP framework comes into play as well. Trust. People are not going to spend money or thousands of dollars at that for someone that they don't even trust. Now, high ticket offers are where the real money is at. Now, that's where you can clear $1,000 days, $2,000 days, $5,000 days at a 95% profit margin, okay? High ticket items are going to require a higher level of trust, okay? Higher level of trust. The more expensive your offer, the more certainty that they need that you are the real deal, okay? Now, no one is going to spend $5,000 on someone that they have no idea, there's no results, their content's not even doing that well. They're not closing a lot of offers. They're not doing anything that they're saying that they're doing. No one is going to trust that, okay? You have to actually be doing what you are selling, all right? And this is also very important. Without KLT, you're just another random ad. With it, you are seen as the go-to authority. Finally, for step 3, and that is monetizing with a digital asset, okay? Digital product is very scalable with 95% or more profit margins. All you need to do is build it once. You can sell it as many times as you possibly like. There's no stock and you will never run out of it, okay? And there's multiple different types of them, okay? You have online courses, which your favorite guru does. You have group coaching, right? You have guides, templates, memberships, mentorships, one-on-one mentorships. The list goes on and on and on. It could even be books, ebooks, things like that. And like I said before, high ticket versus low ticket pricing depends on the skill's return on investment. If anybody's even still watching, these are my final takeaways. Don't copy oversaturated guru methods. Find a monetizable skill. Literally everyone on this planet has one. Build an intentional personal brand. package your skill into a digital asset, focus on income, not fame, okay? And the main thing is you can hit $5K to $50,000 a month in just a few weeks to months if you execute it correctly. And if you want to skip all the learning curve and get a step-by-step guide on how to do it for completely free, comment digital down below and I'll send you a free roadmap on exactly how to do that.